am Jasmine with Mama Jean Pro, and today we are going to process all our apples. First we're going to set up our peeler and core. So last year my husband got me this new KitchenAid, and because it was on a really good sale, and they had a lot of their attachments on sale. And this is like the only one that I really wanted or needed. Oops, too far. We need it over here. Okay. So some of my apples have big old bruises on them, and those will definitely go to applesauce. I decided I'm going to do applesauce and then freeze some apple slices for pie. Hopefully, I like the frozen apple slices better than the canned, because I do not like my home canned apple pie. Even though I have some applesauce left, I decided that I'm going to do it again, because the reason we didn't use it is because I'm lazy and just didn't want to dole it out. So I am making a promise to myself that I will use it. So let's get some apples. So I have washed them and just put them in the dish drain. And the only thing I washed them, the reason I washed them was just to get the dirt and bugs off of them, so we don't add any spray to ours. So make sure that it's as centered as possible and you get the apple in those little spikes. And you know what? I got this all backwards. Alrighty, so it's kind of centered. We'll just turn it on. Slide the apple off, and it gets most of the peels and it's already sliced. Last year we got more apples and peaches. We also got them earlier because I remember processing the apples on September 7th, and today's the 12th. I need to get a bowl. Just kind of break these up into slices. Ta-da! Alright, and we're just going to repeat the process. Alright. I'm gonna say that's probably about 2 pies worth. But they're gonna kind of shrink down even more. I usually, where did my try-down cost? I usually cut my apples thicker for when I do apple pie. So the best way to get some visual here. Alright, let's get a little visual here. I think this is a 10-inch pie. I like my apple pies really, really thick because they cook down. So maybe not. So you know what? I'm gonna fill this gallon bag up with all of it because they're gonna kind of mush down anyway with being frozen. Even though everything I read said it's not, but I don't believe them. Okay. There is one apple pie. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the freezer. And we'll get on with the next apple pie. I would like to have at least 2 apple pies this year, especially from our own apples. I'm getting all sticky. Sticky, sticky. Maybe I won't be so sticky. Looking. What you doing there, Mutter? Pretty one. We'll do a little short. Okay, I think we got it figured out here. So, I am back. Here is all the apple scraps that we got. Yeah. And you can see over here, I still have a ton of apples, but over here, get you moved over here, our crock pot is full. Now last year I just kept adding to it and adding to it. I don't feel like doing that this year. Whatever I get from this, cool. My kids don't care about eating the really sour apples, so I'm gonna let them eat the sour apples. Okay, so this has been cooking for about 4, almost 5 hours. I'm gonna leave it chunky this year. If you can see it. Yes, okay. I'm gonna leave the applesauce kind of chunky this year. It's looking like I might actually have enough to can, but it is almost 6 o'clock and I am not dealing with it. So I'm gonna throw it in the fridge for the night, and we'll can it up tomorrow. And I added cinnamon, nutmeg, and a little bit of brown sugar. Normally I don't add sugar. The apples were just a little tart this year. So I will bring you guys back tomorrow when we put these in jars and can it up for the winter. Hey y'all, this is Jasmine with Mama J Pro. So I didn't get to canning the applesauce yesterday. So it is 2 days from when we made the applesauce. Now we're going to can it up. I'm just gonna put them in pint-sized jars, leaving a 1/2 inch headspace. And I did let it sit out most of the morning. So it is room-ish temperature. My water's still room temp. I am going to turn this on though, because I'll have these filled before the water gets too hot. You're gonna want to make sure that they're around the same temperature so you don't shock the glass and break it. I also don't know where my big ladle is. I think it's probably dirty in the dishwasher. So I'm also tamping the top of them to get any air bubbles out. Make sure you do this with plastic or wood. Nothing that can chip the glass. Come on. Thank you. Had a little air rubbing. Oh, it looks like we're only gonna have 5. Maybe just 4. I don't know. I definitely had a lot more apples last year. You can fudge it at 1 inch, but I wouldn't attempt to do any more than 1, so. So it looks like we only have 5 this year, which is fine. 5 more than I would have if I didn't do it. So tied a hose or a rubber band around the hose to fill up the pot because it's too big to fit in my sink. And I forgot to take the rubber band out and I just sprayed myself. There's my damn spot. There it is. Alright. So all we're going to do is stick it in the pot after I get the rag. I also don't know if I added enough water or not. But in here, you see that the water's not very deep. I'm just gonna simply add water because it's not, my jars are still kind of cool and so now I have a good 1.5 to 2 inches above the lid, so I'm going to crank that back up. And once this hits a roiling boil, it'll go for 20 minutes. And that's for, I wouldn't even really say for my elevation because it starts at 1,000 feet. We are like, I think 500 feet. So yeah, we're not too high up there. So anything underneath 1,000 feet would be 20 minutes for pints, 25 for quarts. Go ahead and look it up for your area. So I'm just gonna process these, and once they come out, let them sit on the counter, and yeah. It'll be 5 more jars, excuse me, put out for the winter and spring. So please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll bring you along for the next thing. Thanks, bye.